No, you're awake.
Hello, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Carrie Ann Johnson. I am the Associate Director for Communication and Outreach at the CAT Center for Women in Politics. And welcome to the honoree meal and reception for the calendar honorees for 2026. The CAT Center has had the honor of coordinating the Women Impacting ISU calendar ever since 2007. After a group of students affiliated with the center produced the very first calendar. Since then, 240 of you have been nominated and honored for impacting the way you have impacted Iowa State, including the 12 women that are being honored today. This is the 20th anniversary of the calendar. And to mark this milestone, we decided to honor some impactful cyclones whose time at Iowa State was over before the calendar was a thing. The 12 women we are honoring today represent majors and colleges from all over the university. They also come from the barely beginning of ISU to current time status. All of them have been alumni here, but 3 of them have also served as faculty or staff during their time. Before we get recognizing these honorees, I would like to show some appreciation to some people who help. First, I'd like to thank the Office of the Senior Vice President and Provost for providing the funding for the calendar and this reception. Let's give them a hand. I would also like to thank Roger Susky, who is back there at the audiovisual table, for he and his team setting up all of the audiovisual that we need to do and help with the live stream that is going on. I would also like to thank Katamus, Iowa State's Treble Voice Student Ensemble. Will be presenting 2 musical numbers, and we're so honored and thankful to have them here today. None of this could have happened without the hard work and planning done by the CAT Center staff. I want to thank Sue Cloud for coming up with the big idea to celebrate the 20th year. Her work in organizing and supervising this event every year is phenomenal. I have never not been impressed. If we could give Sue a round of applause. Please also join me in thanking Keith Maloney, who is the CAT Center's PR intern, for his design work. He designed the calendar for this year. And I would also like to thank the rest of the staff for the unseen work that it gets done so that this all can take place and seem easy. Especially I would like to thank Keith and Aaliyah, who are PR interns, and Melissa Martin, who is the CAT Center's administrative assistant, that all of the work they've put into this event. So if you guys would stand up, we'll give you a round of applause as well. Finally, y'all know what happens here. I would like to ask the previous calendar winners to stand and be recognized for all of the work that they are still doing to support the ISU community. Okay, so first we're going to have a musical number, and then Keith will announce the name and a short bio for all of the people who have received this honor this year. When each honoree's name is announced, we invite the honoree or the person who nominated them, who's accepting their award on their behalf, to receive their copy, to come up here and receive a copy of their calendar. If you are not comfortable coming to the front, you are also welcome to just wave from where you're seated. At the end of the program, however, we will be gathering all of the nominees to get a group photo. So now please, let's welcome Kantamus to sing the Carol song.
many miles there comes a carillon call. Green hills for thy throne, and for crown a golden melody. The chimes ring out to the world to claim as one and all our beloved home of ISU. We sing your praise today. We'll falter not as we fight the foes of the cardinal and gold. Dear alma mater, make our spirits great, true and valiant, like the bells of Iowa State.
Our first honoree is Molly Benson. Molly Benson is a 1997 graduate in business. She goes above and beyond giving back to Iowa State. She shares her expertise and experience with students across campus by mentoring them on both personal and professional growth. She also serves as a board member on Iowa State's Healthcare Program Executive Advisory Council, where she provides guidance for both undergraduate healthcare management program and the master's program in healthcare analytics and operations within the Ivy College of Business. In addition, through the Healthcare Management Club, Benson engages with undergraduate students on biotechnology, inspiring them to think about the future opportunities in the field. Her involvement demonstrates a clear commitment to mentoring, amplifying student voices, and shaping the future of healthcare education at Iowa State. Our next honoree is Corrine Brown, a 1960 graduate in home economics education. She dedicated 24 years of service to Iowa State as a staff member. Starting at the Memorial Union Bakery, Brown then moved to Friley Hall as a morning cook before becoming the head of the salad department. Seeking new challenges, Brown transitioned to Parks Library, where she spent 19 years until her retirement. Brown led the Stacks department, overseeing up to 100 student employees. She also managed the annual collection measurement to track the growth of the library's book collection. and coordinated logistics for moving books to offsite storage. Brown's impact has extended to her family, inspiring her daughter, Kathy, who worked at Iowa State from 2004 to 2022, and her granddaughter, Kaylee, who's worked at the Greenlee School of Journalism and Communication since 2020. Kareen's daughter, Kathy Willick, will be accepting the award on her behalf. Our next honoree is Stephanie Law. Stephanie Law was a 2006 graduate in physics, was also an honors student who did research with Dr. Paul Cannonfield's group, published several papers as an undergraduate, and in her senior year was one of only a few undergraduate students nationwide to give a presentation at the American Physical Society. Law was also active as a musician on campus, playing the mellophone in the Cyclone Marching Band and the French horn in the Wind Ensemble. Today, Law is a professor of material science at Pennsylvania State University. She has mentored dozens of students, inspired hundreds more, and continues to play a role in Iowa State life, having previously served on the Department of Physics External Advisory Committee and currently serving on the Ames National Laboratory External Advisory Committee. When Vera Martinovich left Iowa State in 1988 with a bachelor's degree in aerospace engineer, she was only the 25th woman to graduate the program in its 45-year legacy. Her career achievements at Boeing included multiple stability control innovations, accumulating in the leading team that pioneered the first fully digital flight deck control system on the 787. Martinovich was an accomplished pilot and flight instructor, with multiple flight ratings, and was one of the few selected to fly the vintage B-25. She was a dedicated member of Aerospace Engineering Flight Department and Industrial Advisory Council for years. As part of her advocacy for the STEM, she mentored and role modeled young girls, going as far as taking an entire Girl Scout troop flying while piloting a DC-30. In April 2025, Martinovich was posthumously inducted into the Department of Aerospace Engineering's Hall of Distinguished Alumni. Building from her 1967 undergraduate degree in English, History, and Speech Communication from Iowa State, her graduate degree from the University of Iowa, Trudy Haskamp Peterson works with scholars and archives around the world to preserve the stories of ordinary people's lives and open the records of governmental actions to public view. Peterson served 2 decades at the U.S. National Archives, rising to become the acting archivist of the United States from 1993 to 1995, the first woman to lead America's premier repository. Peterson also served as the Director of Archives and Records Management of the United Nations High Commissioner's Office for Refugees and as an Executive Director of Budapest Open Society Archives. She has a powerful voice for social justice, promoting truth and reconciliation commissions in South Africa, and Honduras, the Marshall Islands, Nuclear Claims Tribunal, and Sierra Leone's Special Court. An advocate for open dialogue and human rights, she has trained staff in the Guatemalan Police Archives and served as a consultant to entities in dozens of other countries. Peterson brings her expertise and generosity to Iowa State with regular talks on the LES Dean's Advisory Council with her husband, Gary, sponsored in sponsorship of the annual scholarships for students studying abroad. Accepting the award for Trudy is one of her nominators, Kathleen Hillard. Laura Phillips, a 2005 graduate in chemical and biological engineering, is a passionate STEM advocate, mentor, and leader. As a student, Phillips was a standout in the WISE program and chemical engineering learning community. Now Vice President of Engineering and Procurement at Pella Corporation, Phillips champions women in STEM throughout outreach, mentorship, and strategic leadership. She has served on the WISE Advisory Board for more than 10 years, helping share program priorities and advocating for resources and industrial engagement that led to expanded student support and high retention rates. She connects with students and presents at WISE engineering events and classes and fosters partnerships with collaboration between Girl Scouts and WISE roles models. Colleagues praise her integrity, innovation, and deep investment in the people and culture. Phillips' leadership, mentorship, and enduring commitment to Iowa State University and the College of Engineering and WISE makes her truly a deserving calendar honoree. Our next honoree is Lola Placeway, who was a pivotal figure in the growth of Iowa State University. Starting her college studies in 1892, she excelled in all of her subjects. She was hired as an assistant in chemistry at the end of 1895 academic year, also earning her Bachelor of Science degree with honors that year. The first female faculty member of the chemistry department, she became an instructor in 1898, and an assistant professor in 1904, and as an associate professor in 1905. According to the 1930 class notes in the Iowa State Alumnus, a journal from the Iowa State Alumni Association, Placeway had an unusual ability in presenting her material in the classroom, and many teachers of the chemistry department and other subjects felt that she was inspirational and her methods have helped them with their success. No day was long, but she was ready to add more time in the office, classroom, and home to help those in difficulty. Placeway set an example for a long line of distinguished women who have helped the chemistry department at Iowa State flourish. Our next honoree is Shannon Potts, a 2004 graduate in mechanical engineering, was one of the few women who graduated in her major. A hard worker, a trendsetter, Potts was motivated by other women to work hard and also dream big. Since graduating, her hard work has led to success in both her professional career and her athletic career. A grant writer who works primarily with small towns for community improvements, Potts has also been a farmer since graduating from Iowa State, and it has enjoyed her time returning to campus for agriculture-related classes and events over the years. She has started her triathlon journey in 2021 when her and 7 of her children joined a local tri club. She loves racing with her children and rarely races without at least one of them also racing. In 2025, Potts qualified for the USA Triathlon at both the national and international level. She will be accepting her award. Our next honoree is Laura Talbot Seidensticker. After graduating from Iowa State University in 1989 with a degree in aerospace engineering, Laura worked at NASA Johnson Space Center on the Space Shuttle program under the Mission Operations Directorate, working on a launch window with orbital design and reentry design programs. Seidensticker is a co-founder and chief technology officer of health and wellness company Vital Proteins, and feels that her engineering degree and background helped her with aspects of starting and running a business. She created the Laurel Talbot Sight and Sticker Aerospace Engineering Scholarship to support female aerospace students at Iowa State. 16 students have benefited from this gift since 2022. Sight and Sticker also donated funds to improve Iowa State's space flight simulator lab, where a neural buoyancy tank is the central feature. The funds have been used for state-of-the-art camera system to study motion underwater, stimulating motion in space, allowing students to study and test projects designed for space travel. Other improvements planned for the lab include a Gary system for putting objects in the tank and She impacts Iowa State aerospace students using the tank for class projects and research. Yvonne Johnson Smith, a 1968 graduate in textile and clothing, has generously given the College of Health and Human Sciences to advance their strategic goals and propel the college for its future greatness. Her philanthropy has not only transformed physical spaces, but academic programs have touched individual lives, providing opportunities for generations to come. Smith has made a significant gift towards the fashion design and construction studios at the new LeBaron Hall that was transformational for projects and fundraising success. These studios will be a hub of activity for national ranked fashion design and merchandising programs, and will inspire creativity, innovation, and collaboration in Iowa State's faculty and students. Our next honoree, Rowena Edson Stevens, earned a bachelor's degree at the Department of Agriculture in 1873. As a member of Iowa State's first graduating class, she taught in schools in Iowa and Nebraska from 1873 to 1876. Then married John Stevens, a 1972 graduate of Iowa State. The Stevens family lived in Ames and then moved to Boone, Iowa. The Stevens were strong supporters of women's suffrage, and she also served as president of the Political Equality Club in Ames and Boone and organized chapters in other cities. She's held several offices in Iowa Equal Suffrage Association, including including president in 1994. She was honored by the League of Women Voters in 1931 as one of the 24 women in Iowa whose courageous operations opened the opportunities for complete citizenship of all women in the states. Our last honoree, Kate Terrell, a 2002 graduate in horticulture with an emphasis in communications and public education. She was actively involved as an undergraduate student at Iowa State University, from SALC and a freshman council to Greek life and the blood drive. She recently took sole ownership of Wallace's Garden Center, a family business which is one of the largest women-owned garden centers in Iowa. Terrell loves Iowa State and continues to donate and support the with the Alumni Center, student scholarships, and horticulture program, including her company helping building research labs and greenhouses where black bears, oh, sorry, black bears. The Wallace Garden Center's name. Terrell shares her horticulture knowledge widely through media appearances and free educational videos, empowering independent women and cultivating inclusive environments for employees and customers alike. She shares her business and horticulture experience by volunteering with Junior Achievement in an advisory role for horticulture programs at local community colleges and offering internships for college students. Now please join me in enjoying another musical number by Katamis, followed by the calendar unveiling.
As Cantamos comes up for our second number, I want to tell you that our first number was arranged from an original set of Iowa State songs by one of our by an Iowa State alum, Madison Mayfield, who was a member of this choir. And this second number is given to us from the Swedish quartet Konjuro, who we had the honor to work with over the summer, and who was here in December. And it is a gratefulness and a wish for good health and for relief of worry and stress, and being thankful for those things. Could you move much closer together? This space is unforgiving in its sound.
So to end this, let's say congratulations once again to all of the 2026 winners of the Calendar Knot honoree. I am so deeply grateful for all of the people who have personally touched my life while I've been at Iowa State, and this is such a neat program, and it's great to be able to honor you all. Next week, the calendars will be outside the CAT Center on the 3rd floor. You can come up and get them. They will also be available at Margaret Sloss Center or the ground floor of Beardshire, and then here in the Memorial Union. If you would like calendars for distribution in your departments, you can either email the CAT Center or pick up a bunch today. And while you're here today, you can take as many calendars as you would like. They will be at that table over there. Okay, now the moment you've been waiting for to see the calendar. Thank you for coming, and go ahead and visit and get some more cake, and we'll see you again next year, hopefully.